The sun shall soon. The sun shall soon. Oh my God, the sun shall soon. Okay, I'm sure you know what I'm trying to say. The sun shall soon shine. The sun shall soon shine. Let's talk about some tips that can help you improve in your pronunciation or your English. First is listen actively. This is like one of the most important steps if you want to improve your English and pronunciation. Regularly listen to native speakers. This will help you understand the correct pronunciation and rhythm of the language. You can do this on YouTube. Go on YouTube and look for your favorite native English speakers, or more effectively is using TED Talk. So if you go on YouTube and type TED Talk, TED Talk, there are several videos on TED Talks that can help you improve your English and your pronunciation. And the good thing is you can choose topics that are interesting to you. For example, I love English. I would always go on TED Talk and listen to English materials. Or you can also listen to, if you love animals, you can listen to TED Talk about animals. Or if you love nature, or if you love whatever it is that you like, there are so many topics. The good thing again is these aren't really long videos, very short videos. They are usually 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 8 minutes long. You can even find 2 minutes long. And you can listen as you go about your day to day activity, as you're commuting to work or you're carrying out your chore or anything. Just be sure you're listening actively. The second important way to learn English fast is using pronunciation guides. To improve your pronunciation, use pronunciation guides. There are so many. Utilize online resources like dictionaries or language learning apps that provide audio examples and pronunciation guides for words and phrases. One of such language learning app is Duolingo. Of course, this is not an advert, but it's something my students find helpful. So you might want to use that too, Duolingo app or the BBC English or I think on the comment section, I can drop some really good apps, free apps, of course, that you can use to practice. For Duolingo, it's not completely free or entirely free, but they have free features which you can, you know. I remember when I started learning French, I used Duolingo and it really helped. I used the free version, but when I became really serious, I needed to do the subscription. But that was because I had more time and I really wanted to do it. You can always start with a free version of all of these apps I'm mentioning. And when it comes to dictionaries, it cannot be overly emphasized. Use of dictionary is so important, very, very important. I personally love the Merriam-Webster dictionary, but it's really not a very good pronunciation dictionary. Remember, we always do a word a day, new word, and I try to always put the transcriptions of the words. But again, just reading the transcription, if you don't understand the phonetics, or you don't understand the English sound, it might be hard for you to learn pronunciation. So use your dictionary. You can Merriam-Webster can work, but I prefer Cambridge when it comes to pronunciation. The good thing about Cambridge Dictionary is it gives you the rendition of both American English and British English. So that would work for you. It also shows you which syllables are stressed. But the downside about the Cambridge English Dictionary is you have to pay for it. So unless you always have access to the internet, so you can use the online version. The online version is free, but if you want the app downloaded on your phone or on your iPad, then you have to pay for it. So make use of pronunciation guides. For example, you heard a new word. You're trying to like, okay, what's the correct way to say this word? Just go on your dictionary, write a word, type the word, and listen to the audio recording. Do not only depend on reading the meaning of words, always listen to how they are also pronounced. Another thing you can do, or point number three, is mimic native speakers. Try to mimic native speakers. It's called imitation videos. Again, please choose a speaker that you're very comfortable with their voice or their pitch of voice. Choose a speaker you really like, you love their personalities, you love how they speak. Then you can try to do imitation videos. There are so many imitation videos on YouTube. We have quite a few, but there are a lot on YouTube. Just type on imitation videos Make sure they are native speakers and try to repeat what you hear. Repeat what you hear. Repeat what you hear. And then you can practice on your own by using the mirror. This might sound weird, but trust me, this is one way millions of students have learned how to communicate fluently in English. Mirror exercise. Listen to yourself speak in the mirror, especially if you live in a place where everyone around you speak a different language. You have to practice. There is no way you can learn English without practicing. So speaking to yourself in the mirror is one way to do this. And point number 4 is record yourself. Record your own voice and compare it to native speakers. Of course, you're going to feel a little disappointed at first, but that's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to sound weird. Practice, they say, make perfect. While we don't want perfection at the initial stage, we can never, maybe we shouldn't even aim for perfection, but try to practice. Practice makes you better. One way you can do this is record yourself. Another thing recording yourself can do for you is it helps you monitor your progress. You know if you are actually progressing. For example, I made a recording 3 months ago, and today I'm like, let me even see if I have improved. Listen to the most recent recording and then compare it to the ones you've done 3 months before. You can be surprised, you will be surprised at how much progress you've made. And that can actually be the boost you need. That can just give you every motivation you need to continue in your English. And it will also help you identify areas for improvement and track your progress over time. So try recording yourself. It's one very beautiful way to improve in your pronunciation. And then there is tongue twisters. Tongue twisters is actually not my favorite, but trust me, it's one good way to learn English. Do you know what tongue twisters are? The sunshasu. The sunshasu. Oh my god, the sunshasu. Ah, okay, I'm sure you know what I'm trying to say. The sunshasu shine. The sunshasu shine. Oh my god. So practice tongue twister. We have some recommendations. If you want, we can send you free links on BBC English where you can get a lot of tongue twisters materials for free, of course, that you can listen to. And then focus on word stress. This is the most important, but also the most challenging part or the most difficult part. In fact, students give up when it gets to stress or intonation. You know, sometimes when you say something, especially if you live in a country where people speak English and you are like an immigrant, you say something and you keep hearing people say, "Can you say that again? Can you repeat what you said?" Or each time you hear people say something like, "Can you say that again?" That is because of stress, basically. Stress. Maybe you know the right pronunciation, but you are not stressing the right syllable. For example, the word salad. Salad. If you say salad, salad, to a native speaker, they might struggle like, what do you mean, salad? What do you mean? You're saying the same thing basically, but you're stressing the wrong syllable. So learning stress, well, instead of saying salad, you say salad. Salad. You're stressing the right syllable. So everyone knows salad. Even if you have an accent, it's easier for people to understand you when you pronounce word correctly and you stress the right syllable. So English often places stress on certain syllables in words. Pay attention to word stress patterns and practice emphasizing the correct syllable. At first, you might sound a little robotic to people around you if you live in a country where people don't speak English. You might sound a little robotic. You might sound different because they're like, we usually say salad. Why are you saying salad? It might sound somehow to them. But you know what you're doing. You have a goal to learn English, to improve your pronunciation and your English speaking. So learn to stress the correct syllables. One way you can do this is using a pronunciation dictionary again. You see, we keep going back there. Use a pronunciation dictionary and also listen to English speakers. When an English speaker is speaking, take note of what syllables they are stressing in words. That would also help you as you speak. And then we have used pronunciation apps. It's very similar to pronunciation dictionaries. We just mentioned using online resources like Duolingo and the likes. I can't remember all of them right now. There are so many. You can even go on your browser and type free pronunciation apps. Some will tell you you only have some certain features for free. Maybe if you want to go a little more advanced, you might have to pay for it. But of course, you can start with the free version. And then another thing you should do is read aloud regularly. Read aloud. Read aloud. If you're someone who enjoys reading, don't read within yourself. Read aloud. Many books now have audio version of it, the audio version. So while you're reading, you can listen to the audio version and see exactly how each word is being pronounced in the book you're reading. That is also a way to help you improve. And then point number 10, I guess, I lost count, is seek feedback. Ask for feedback. Ask native speakers, English teachers, or language partners or language experts for feedback on your pronunciation. You need help. Sure, you can do this on your own if you're very dedicated, but you also need help. Record yourself, send them to English teachers, get their feedback, let them tell you how you can improve, what you can do to improve, or what you should have done differently, or what you could do differently. So always ask for feedback. And then finally is be patient and persistent. I was making a research the other day for one of my students. She said she has 1 year to learn English and be very fluent. Her first language is French. Then I told her it's unrealistic for you to be very fluent within 1 year of learning English. It's not like you don't do anything else. It's not like all you're doing every day is sitting in front of the computer learning English. You have a life, you have work, you have family. She only has like 3 times a week, 1 hour every time to learn English. So we're checking how long it will take realistically for her to learn, for her to be fluent in English. Guess what? Don't freak out. Do not freak out. It might take up to 10 years. Yes, it might take up to 10 years. Remember, I said probably. It might take up to 10 years. It might be just 3, it might be 4, it might be 2 years, depending on how dedicated you are. Please be patient and persistent. Practice, practice, practice. My students usually tell me that they know everything they want to say. They know the rules of grammar, they know everything they learned in class. But the moment they open their mouth to say something in English, they forget everything. They don't know what to say. You know why? Because they don't practice. You need to practice speaking English. I know for many of you who live in a country where English is not your first language, like most of our ESL students who live in China, India, and other places, it might be really challenging for you. It might be really challenging for you to find who to practice with. Imagine waking up in the morning and you're telling your entire family, "Good morning, Dad. How was your day?" Good morning, Dad. How was your night? Did you have a good sleep?" And they're looking like at you like, is she okay? What is she saying? Is she now speaking in tongues? That can be very challenging. So practice speaking in the mirror, imitation exercise, recording yourself, and use every opportunity you have to speak English. But what about you who have people around you to speak English with, who live in countries where people still speak basic English? Practice. Don't be shy. Don't feel embarrassed. Let your friends and your families know that you're learning English. If they know, it's easier when they hear you speak, then, okay, she's practicing. It's easier for them to help you. Let them know. Let them know you are actually learning, or you have a goal to improve your language. And I believe they will help you. But be patient and very persistent. Pronunciation improvement takes time and consistent effort. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate small victories and stay committed to regular practices. If you record yourself and you listen to your native speaker say the same thing and it sounds very similar, celebrate it. Tell your family, tell your friends, throw a party. Of course, that's going a little overboard, but yeah, celebrate it. Then you feel a little motivated to do more. Hopefully, this will help. There are several more tips, but I'm trying to keep this video very short. Short? I don't think so. Anyways, so have a good day and let me know if you have any questions regarding any of these tips that I have just shared. I am willing and ready to help you. Bye. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel as this helps us grow. Bye. If you enjoyed watching this video, please subscribe, like, and share with your friends as this helps us grow. Bye.